All right, y'all. Here we go. Got it going. Peace and greetings to y'all. Namaste. Peace and greetings. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Paducah, northwest of Maxim. How are you all? Happy holy space / Venus degree, right? To you all. If they had a hammer, they'd hammer in the morning. I don't know if you guys can hear like the hammering. It sounds like they're doing maybe some sheet metal work in the my neighbor's unit below us. However, I just figured, that would be funny. If they had a hammer, they hammer in the morning, right? That's, I guess, right? The mooring, right? Because we're anchoring ourselves back to this earth plane after, much astral travel, right? That's why it's the mooring, all righty? Mooring ourselves back to the earth, right? Back to the heart, to the center. So with that being said, without further ado, you all, we're going to get started. This is Impromptu Improv. Welcome to parte tres, right? When it comes to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, AstroCivics, Veritas, and Moor, Un-velations, like mystery Un-velations, right? So that's what we have going on here, guys. I'm going to send it out too as well. Matter of fact, let's do that also. Let's, oh, really? Not there yet? Well, I'll do a lot of post sharing. It seems like iPhone is just going through being on and off. All righty. So with that being said, guys, without further ado, I'm just going to go straight and share the screen. Bring up the Moorish American invocation term, the Moorish American prayer. All righty. So that's what I'm going to bring up there. Let me get the screen share going on here. Alrighty, bringing up the divine constitution and bylaws. Alrighty, and I'm really just focusing on one. Alrighty, all honors and supreme honors to Prophet Noble Drew Ali. You see him standing there on the divine constitution and bylaws. He is standing due guard there with his hand at the heart chakra, without his thumb up and his fingers are together. There's a certain look there. That people know you're not, doing untoward things or criminal activity when you reflect this. Alrighty, and knowing this literature, if you don't know it, you have no problems. You don't have to worry about Brother Hasan, giving you a pumpkin head degree. Alrighty, and we want you all to make sure that you know your literature so that we can uplift fallen humanity in good spirit, right? So that people can walk throughout any neighborhood without being harmed. Right? Let's get back to what things really mean when it comes to the lit, right? When it comes to your literature, this is what's lit. What's lit is knowing the divine constitution and bylaws pertaining to the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, pertaining to the Moorish Science Temple of America. However, this is some other jurisdictions, I guess that's their means of maybe sincere display of some sort, maybe for their jurisdiction with different symbols and things. I'm not knocking it. It's colored and it says of Moorish America. I'm not knocking any of those things, right? Somebody be like, oh, I've never seen that before. That's fine. However, I'm making my statements here. And, here on the literature, as we see Prophet Noble Drew Ali so graciously standing due guard in his abak. We're here at the invocation termed Moorish American prayer. All right, I'm going to stand and I'm going to face direction east, which is symbolic to going within. East is within. So as I stand physically east, I am also going within. And all having up my left hand, 5 on the left, all 5 appendages extended on the left hand, and only the index and the middle appendage extended on the right. 5 on the left, 2 on the right, with my feet as Prophet Noble Drew Ali's is there, as you guys see. And you may repeat after me aloud or in your heart, doesn't matter. And here we go. Allah the Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day. Holy Prophet, Drew Ali. I mean, so mote it be. All right. Without further ado, we're going to get right to the 2 letters we read in every meeting. And then we'll get right into some Astro-Masonics, right? Get into the astrology, get into looking at the poetic fiction and the Astro-Masonic facts, quote unquote, right? When coming to AstroCivics and Veritas, right? Let's make sure we do our due here with our Prophet Noble Drew Ali introduction, as always. Going right here to the two letters we read in every meeting. This is from the Administrative Functions book, where you can get from rvbaypublications.com. That's where I've gotten most of my literature, if not all of my literature, actually, when it comes to meeting Prophet Noble Drew Ali and his literature. That is where I got it first, without feeling like I had to be under somebody's thumb or penitentiary rules in order to learn about Prophet Noble Drew Ali. So that's where I went. I went to rvbaypublications.com and made sure I got that there. All right, he got my Quran and my 101. I'm not saying we don't have to go to, we would love for you to go to Moor Science Temple of Americas. The one that I say we would like to, you guys can make sure, you know, get some things from if you become an honorary member, if you can't travel there as well. But I'm pretty sure I've had a really great experience. I haven't had any bad experiences myself so far. And when it comes to, you know, asking for things, asking for information or getting clarity on things, and that is the subordinate temple number 5 at Canaan Land near the Toronto Corporation. All righty, so that's near the Toronto Corporation, near what they call the Canada, all righty, Corporation, but we all know that it is, in truth, it is Canaan Land. All righty, so with that, the Grand Sheik for that particular subordinate temple number 5 at Canaan Land is Grand Sheik Cujo Adwell El. So that would be my recommendation, according to my studies thus far, and over the years of actually being in contact here and there, and actually meeting very early in my studies, Brother Cujo Adwell El, Grand Sheik at subordinate temple number 5 at Canaan Land, Toronto, near the Toronto Corporation. All right. It's on, I believe that's near, it's on a street within that quasi-national jurisdiction called Eglinton. All right, so you guys can check out Eglinton, all right? When you guys go and check it out at Moorish MC with the EMCEE after Moorish on Instagram, all right? So shout out to Brother Cujo Adwell El and Canaan Land Moors. Check them out on YouTube also, Canaan Land Moors. All righty, so let's move forward. Letters to be read in every meeting here. Right, got, like I said, got it from rvbaypublications.com, and already, and thanks to the elders out there. His brother Cujo reminds us of Moor Avengers. So, you know, me, Moor Avengers that I were particularly learning from immediately, whether they knew it or not until I actually met them after 2.5 years pertaining to study, is Brother Taj Tariq Bey, Mother Rashford Maria Bey, Cujo Adwell El, Ms. Raheem Aleph El, and Mother Anna Ida L. All right, let's see. I'm letting Brother Benjamin on in here. All right, so with that being said, guys, we want to go to both the letters we read in every meeting here. All right, as you can see on page 84 and 85 within the Administrative Functions book that you can get from rvbaypublications.com. All righty, the following. All right, let me get this out of here. The following, mute your mic there, beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased. Happy Holy Degree to you as well, Brother Benjamin. The following is a letter written by Prophet Noble Drew Ali on the 18th day of January, 18th day pertaining to January 1928, Anno Domini. He commanded that it be read before every meeting. And the great meeting is on, guys. We're going to really enjoy this one that we got here. We're going to go through it briefly because we know that Brother Hasan has class in about an hour and 16 minutes. So with that being said, Moorish Science Temple of America, Home Office 3603 Indiana Avenue, Noble Drew Ali, the founder, Chicago, Illinois. January 18, 1929, to be proclaimed in every meeting. Dear brother, Islam, I'm glad to know I have few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There's a host of jealousy, quote unquote, about me and the movement now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as an American citizen. They are working every scheme that they can to disqualify me so they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that contribute to the movement and uplifting funds, the ones that paid their divine respect to me and the movement will be remembered. That is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance, and I need it bad. Never before have I needed finance as badly as I do at present, that I may shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my fame and nobility, quote unquote. Never forget, finance denotes a means to an end. Nations pertaining to the world, the nations of the world will not recognize the movement without me, the prophet, being the head. It has been proven by my work in which I have performed in the last few months because I was at the governor's inauguration. I was at the governor's inauguration for Lewis Lincoln Emerson to represent the Moorish Divine and National Movement, and will be at the inauguration for President Hoover for the same cause, Noble Drew Ali. And here in the Moorish literature on page 13, we'll be going into the divine warning, Noble Drew Ali. Prophet warns all Muslim governors ordered to read a proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical, agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet, or violate the divine covenant pertaining to the Moorish movement, will receive their reward from all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac, all right, from a law for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the laws laid down to them by their prophet. Remember, a prophet is a thought of Allah manifested in flesh. Thought of all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac manifested in flesh. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Drew Ali, and if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways by order of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Just checking just briefly here before I go into the screen share over here on this moving clock. I just wanted to see, look, man, Cancer's on the rise, 20 degrees, 10 minutes. Where's the moon? Look at you in the 10th house. All righty, and the ascendant's applying square to the moon at 24 degrees, 59 minutes, almost at 25 degrees there in Aries, right? And so Mars there in Pisces, being ruled by Jupiter there in the 9th with it, is ruling over that moon, which is ruling over the ascendant. So we can really see how, guys, we're bringing to the forefront to the public. We're bringing right here, right at home, right? Things that you need, where even the moon is at the point that some would consider high noon. So it's moon's high noon right now, all right? And we're bringing to the forefront he who is at the forefront pertaining to our minds, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And yes, Aries is the mid-heaven. Highest point in the sky is Aries, dealing with the head, right? So at the forefront of our minds, we are starting off, as always, with Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Showing you a little astrology there before we stop the screen share. All righty, guys. So with that being said, all right, let me bring in my bros here. All righty. At least I'll bring in Brother Benjamin. All right. Now you guys probably like, why is he have on the blue? Look like Brother Sean's ready also. All righty. Bring everyone on in. See, I got my yellow inside of my NASA, right? I was like, I'm gonna rock the NASA, right? Oh wow, see, you see the yellow right there. That's why I use it on this one. Like, yeah, see the yellow, yay, right? Got my little bit of yellow there, or whatever. I had to get some more yellow for Friday, right? And it is what it is anyway. So with that being said, let me take that camera out right there, right? There we go. All right, so let me come back over here. Well, actually, there we go. Right, Moor. And reclaim the host there. Somebody's got the feedback. Is that me? Yes, it is. All righty, me. I stopped my own feedback. There I go. And let's actually get this actually all the way right? I'm going to remove all spotlights. This is Brother Benjamin's Impromptu Improv here. So bring in Brother Benjamin first, and then we'll bring in me here. Peace and greetings, Brother Benjamin. All is well. Happy holy degree.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Can you hear them hammering in the morning?
Yeah. It was playing from YouTube. It was playing from YouTube. I said it was playing from YouTube, and you were like a feedback, and I was like, "Oh, can you hear it on YouTube?" But it was muted on my phone. But I was listening to you from YouTube, from my iPad, and I was like speaking. I was like, "Well, he can't speak to me from YouTube."
It's love.
Yeah, it's love. But I did hear them hammering from YouTube, and I was like, "What?" I thought it was true. Yeah. I did hear them.
Indeed. I think I'm about to bring in Brother Sean. He was like, "You ready, Brother Sean? Am I bringing you in or no? Am I bringing you in or no?" Asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah, bro.
All right, there you go. Yeah, man. Hold on, man. What you grabbing on over there, man?
That's Cancer rising at its best right there.
No, right? Cancer, right?
Just early.
Let's see. All righty. So I guess we're about to get it on started, right? Like the Black Eyed Peas, right? Let's get it started. All right. Wow. This iPhone is batting 1,000 for coming on and coming right off again. Way to go, iPhone. Way to go. So with that being said, that's because it's a dinosaur. I've had it forever. It's time for a new one, right? All righty, guys. So let me go and do the screen share right on over here, and let's see what we got going on with this clock, right? Let's hit the screen share if I need to go get me some water, actually. That's what I really need, right? Let's see. Going on, ski. All righty, what you guys see there? What you see? I know we already said Cancer's on the rise, but let's look at it moving. We like to see it move, right? Got the clock going there before we go into Veritas. Absolutamente.
Someone could be reconstructing their relationships for sure. In the sevens right there. And that's a little early, but people could definitely be relating straight to the point in a respectful manner, not being doom and gloom there. That could be us. That's it. Capricorn. Whereas Saturn's in the 8th behind the scenes. It's not a bad spot for Saturn. It's like structure behind the scenes via internet or amongst the group for potential transformation.
Speaking of the internet, that would be what? 12, 11, 10. So 8th is 10th to the 11th. So Saturn is in the area collectively that would deal with, internet collectively, which is the 11th house, Saturn is in the 10th. So Saturn would have derived accidental dignity in the derived 10th from the 11th, as well as having dominance in the second sign that it rules, Aquarius, right? Being in the second house from the 7th, it would have some bit of a stretch of a look of, some looking of like, okay, well, it's in the second sign that it rules, so in the second house from the 7th. So we can kind of look at that as kind of, a very minor accidental dignity of some sort also, but it's the 8th house, which is very Scorpionic. Saturn in the 8th is, Saturn and Scorpio, kind of limiting, reactions, the ups and downs and things, so to speak. So it's kind of how it's looked at like that. However, it's really, really good to really look at these things, guys. I'm really excited about what we're about to go in today. I want to really touch on that Veritas where we're going to go in. Just wanted to get a few things up here just to see what we're seeing. And interestingly, Uranus is in the 11th, right? And I think that's really, really awesome. Interestingly, we have, when it comes to exaltation, right? When it comes to the signs pertaining to exaltation, the moon and the sun are in mutual reception pertaining to their exaltation signs. So they are scoring the same right now with a 4. However, who has the highest number right now? Who's really the champion? It's Venus, right? Venus is in our exaltation, in our own triplicity, having mutual reception with Mars here. All righty. So Venus has mutual reception with Mars by term. All righty. So when really, we go into these essential dignities here, we really, really unfold the chart even further. Would you like to unfold the chart with me a little more, brothers, before we go into this Veritas by using these essential dignities?
Oh no, I'm good on it, but we can jump into it.
Jump into it.
Gotta get to class. Not to cut that short, but to give the people the meat and potatoes.
Indeed.
You can send them to the Astro Weather Report.
That's right, Brother Benjamin. See, that's why you're the Impromptu Improv, brother. Because he's just letting us know. Okay, well, Brother Benjamin is saying, guys, he suggests that you go and check out that our 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report. That's every Odin's Day, Woodin's Day, and that email went out today in a divine rewind fashion for the Moon Day, Mercury Day vibes. So that email went out. Make sure your emails are accepting our emails. Make sure we're not going to spam, guys. All righty, we're not spam. We're the reverse of spam. We're maps. All righty, because we're giving you astro maps. All righty,
adding to my Brother Hasan delineated today, the 29th. That was Brother Hasan's day. So if you want to hear Brother Hasan speak about Zodiac, head on down to the Astro Weather Report. But yeah, the 29th. Yeah. Yeah, that's today.
Is it?
The day the 29th?
Really?
Yeah. That's awesome. He delineated, you had 1, 2, 3, 4 delineations there.
Wow, brother, you're so right. That was me. That was. Way to go. Yeah, I just look at that calendar right now. So yeah, that's actually correct.
Yeah, so if they really wanted to see what was happening today, is in that chart we have right now, you can literally go to the Astro Weather Report and see today as we go Veritas.
Right. And I want to thank you and Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey for your patience. I know I've been talking about that mail about going out on Wednesday. I am delayed. So let me put that out there. However, we all know that what I want to do is make sure like you guys already know how I prefer to send it taxi per queue. However, I think I want you guys to get it a little sooner. So I'm going to check those options maybe for you to get it sooner, and have that expedited that way. So, but I had to take time doing that today. So I'll be in the middle of watching class, participating in class while also sitting at the table and getting things done. Cause I have to make sure that Brother Hasan's mailer package will be so that they don't bend it or anything. I'm going to even probably put fragile all over it. Like, do not bend, do not break. type, you know what I mean? Like notices on it or something. Probably even wrap some foam around it also that I use to make the puppets with. I got some extra foam I might probably pad it with. But other than that, though, again, so I just wanted to thank you, Brother Benjamin and Brother Hasan, for shout out to Brother Hasan Bozeman Bay near the South Carolina State Republic for ordering something. Like, I mean, the brother just basically forced me to make it. He's like, look, man, here, make me one of these. It's like, I'm not ready. But it's made, it's done, just needs to get going. And I'm just very anal retentive at times, which makes me think about, all right, I want to make sure this go like this, which delayed it. But, you know, for the record, on the record, let the record reflect that I have here before me, Brother Benjamin Bey's certification again, because, you know, we sent them out before, and I think something had happened along the lines of interception, and, you know, Brother Hasan doesn't fuck around, so I want to make sure that we got it back.
Hey, that's like public record now too. That's awesome. Like,
yeah, well, yeah, so it can be seen, known, you know, straight up. You know what I mean? It's not a game. You know, we make sure it's sealed front and back. We don't play. You know, making sure it's sealed. All right, and then your other two are here, so, you know, we make sure everyone has at least 3, you know, that they can hold, and then, you know, I have here at the main office everyone's, you know, mains or whatever, because that's what I do.
Get framed for sure.
Right. Yep. And so you got 2 here to frame or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna send that out again or whatever, because we know we sent out 3 already not too long ago. But this to go out for you, and let's show what we got going out to Brother Hasan, and then we're gonna get right to Veritas. So give me 1 second. Let me go to the table, guys. And get Brother Hasan's project for, so this, and we're going into Veritas, so it's only apropos that I show this before going into Veritas anyway. All righty. So again, shout out to Brother Hasan Bozeman Bey and his loved ones down there. All righty. So this here, right, it's the dual astrolabe. All righty. This is right here. This is the southern plate. This is the northern plate. All righty, and you guys may have seen, like, this is actually our 4th Veritas video, even though we're saying this is part 3 of how we're doing it. But you guys see the one that we started last March. All righty, and you'll see when I actually made one of the first one of these. So this is what's going out to Brother Hasan Bozeman Bey, right? Got it going out to you, bro. Got it put together. And I guess I'll demonstrate a little here of what we're doing. So say we go and cast people's charts and things of that nature. So we can actually see the tropic and the sidereal zodiac at the same time here. That's what's actually happening. And we can take a purple thread. I'll take some purple thread and use that to actually mark the lines of things that we see. It's some pretty awesome astrology and astronomy type sort of things, but we're not employing any telescopes here. We're just kind of looking at these plates, right? And just kind of going into some things or whatever, but we're able to turn these things and see some things. So I've made this semi-mechanical so that I can, well, some way, shape or form where we can just move these things ourselves or whatever, right? So you guys remember when I had introduced this and debuted this last year, alrighty, I have my version that I'm going to make just as sturdy as Brother Hasan's, but this is Brother Hasan's version. So I want to make sure when I send it, nobody bends or breaks this, alrighty, because it's practically just, you know, paper and laminate, how I, got it going on here. But yeah, we can line up different constellations and signs. See me lining up Aquarius there. Now I can line
see that in like the base section of like Barnes and Nobles in like a case type thing.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool.
A bunch of those, and then the space part.
It'll be cool, right?
Yeah, that'd be hard.
Yeah, so it's kind of what it is right there. I mean, I guess I could like make it a little bigger if I took away the spotlights, but just showing right there just real quick, and you guys have seen them before, whatever. But yeah, so say I want to line up Cancer like that. So now I'm lined up Cancer, and I can see what constellations are there, how things are lining up. Now I'm lining up Gemini, right? So that's just how that goes, man. That's what I got going on, guys. That's how I do. That's how it gets down. That's what I do. Is how I do. I don't just read things and sound all intelligent and shit online. I make things. All right, as you guys can see, do my own publishing, and I make my own kind of toys out of paper and plastic, sort of, kind of, but it's not a toy. It's actually a workable study
astro tool.
Yeah, it's an astro tool. Yeah, it definitely is an astro tool. So when Brother Hasan saw it on the video from last year, he definitely forced some eleemosynary tuition exchange on me. He's like, yo, I want that. I want that study too, bro. Make that for me. So, Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey. Say it again.
That would be like Uranus and Taurus type deal. You know,
yeah, I know, right?
It's like values. You're like, hey, here's some change. Like, oh, okay. Sudden awaken to like, oh, I gotta get supplies. I gotta really do this.
It's pretty cool though, man. I mean, I love doing this. I love that. Like I said, man, when we all link up in the physical, like I said, I think Brother Sean might be the first up here once, you know, I really talk to the fam and see what arrangements we can make. Brother Sean be the first up here, man. And I'm telling you, nothing but putting stuff I'm telling you, we'll be right to work, man, because there's a lot that I want to make and manufacture. And I'm telling you, we could do very well out in the streets with these and getting the people to see what it is that we have, man. I'm trying to tell you, like, got some really great tools and making these different tools and different puppets and things for the children, for their AstroLiteracy and all those things or whatever, you know. So that's what that is there. All right, guys, let's get into this Veritas, and then brother Hasan has to go to school. Right, it's 4 minutes after 1100. 1100 hours. So I say this next 56 minutes and get busy. All righty. Any announcements from my brothers? Any of my beloved brothers have any announcements? Brother Benjamin, Brother Sean, any announcements? Anything new? Any new readings or anything as I'm bringing it up?
Keep steady for me, and helping Brother Sean assist in sharing the prophet's literature.
Islam.
Blowing it up for sure.
Islam.
Really breaking it.
Alrighty, Aphrodite. Let's go on into Hearer, right? Veritas. Here we go. So this is obviously where we stopped off at. Did we stop off at 17? No, I had a feeling it was like 11 or something, right? Right? Okay, maybe we did stop here. Right? You know what's so beautiful about this? We can actually go here and maybe check, right? We could actually, I really think, actually check. No? I say yes. Let's go to our own YouTube, right? Just to make sure, right, guys? Let's just make sure where we left off. Right, so we can see right now. Look, we're live right now, guys. Impromptu Improv. Right, that's really cool to see. Right, we're live right now. But that was last cycle's right here. So what I can do, just move it on down, just to see where we left off. Right. Maybe I can take it up back right there. Where's that? Boom, shakalaka. Next cycle. What did I say?
Team.
Right here, guys. We'll show you how to do what we just did there, right? When we stopped at the masonry star, right? Did the astro-masonic calculation to make sure where we can find it on the astrolabe. And then that's when you guys will take that, right? It was 252, right? All right, so that's good for me. So here we are, right here at the bottom. All righty. Celestial statuary is evident, right? So Bayer's Atlas 1746 gives hemispherical charts with Ptolemy's nomenclature of stars for Anno Domini 138, but this is a mere modern celestial fiction and shows that the compiler of Bayer's Atlas for that year was perfectly ignorant of astro masonry, right? And so what's astro masonry? There's a star right there. The first genuine work under the name of Ptolemy is the Almagest or Almageste Almageste. Huh? Bearing date 1532. We already went over that already. We went over that and we added it up in the last Veritas, so you guys can go and check that. What the Astro-Masonic fact of 1532 actually is. And it will soon be proved even that that date must be considered as a celestial reckoning and not as a terrestrial epoch. So it's not something that actually happened. All righty. So that's when you hear lectures of Brother Taj saying, some of these beings in the Bible didn't even actually exist. And, and maybe some did. That's what he's kind of what he's alluding to. He's alluding a little to astromasonry in my eyes. Celestial statuary is evidently more ancient than the pictured astronomical figures on our globes and charts. And it is certain that the knowledge pertaining to the positions, pertaining to the brilliance are the things we see in the sky, in the firmament, right? In the firmament, the brilliance in the firmament, stars in the sky, or planets and other celestial bodies in the sky, was formerly only entrusted to the masters of the dead languages. Oh, snap. This info was only entrusted to our ancestors. That Bayer and such astronomers and the whole host of astrologers of his age were of the intellectual order of Masons is more than probable. Celestial astronomy is a lost science. Celestial astronomy is a lost science. Celestial astronomy is a lost science. Astrology is likewise a lost science, and it is admitted by the craft that the mysteries pertaining to masonry have been, quote, long lost, end quote. The heavenly pictures by which these sciences were legible are now but unmeaning chaos even to the learned. It cannot be a matter of surprise, therefore, that the truths these heavenly figures interpreted are hidden and unknown. Who would like to read a little bit next of the next paragraph? I'm going to get this sent out into our Facebook groups out there, our professional, international Facebook groups out there. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want to miss this since everybody's culminating at near the Tucson Corporation, right?
Yes, man. I got you, bro. In the temple at Tenris, and elsewhere, there are plain spheres of hieroglyphic figures with no doubt pictured language. To the learned of the age, when constructed, there is no key by which the time of their application can be determined as to Anno Mundi or Anno Domini. Indeed, Oscar Pilsens? No, I didn't. Indeed, to no evidence is there whether these celestial Egyptian figures apply to the past centuries, thousands of years now past. But wonderful as it may appear, every Egyptian, every Grecian monument, indeed every ancient statue, denotes one and the same epoch in the firmament, and that is the sun rising at the vernal equinox. The learned must admit the ignorance of this fact, but the unaltered laws in the heavens themselves certify the truth. As already stated, celestial sciences amongst the lost mysteries, succeeding astronomers have not understood their predecessors. For instance, the astronomer Royal Flamsteed admits himself puzzled by the charts.
And where was that first star at? Hidden and unknown. Okay, since you're reading about Flamsteed, right? We'll start back. The astronomer, for instance, the astronomer of Royal Flamsteed. We'll start there when I go to the next page. But let's read up on what that star was about there in the footnotes. I yield.
Hello. Okay. Flamsteed, the star Flamsteed, in his introduction to his atlas says that finding it necessary to depart from the figures as given in Bayer 1603, he was led into the strict inquiry to find out who first constructed maps of the constellation, and especially by whom the stars were reduced into those forms into which they are disposed, and and Ptolemy's catalog, of which there is no account that can be relied upon. For from what Ptolemy relates in his 4th chapter of his 7th book of his Almagest, it is evident that these images of figures were older than the Hipparchus time, where he says, we employ not the same figures of the constellation that those before us did, as neither did those before them, but frequently made of others that more truly represent the form for which they were drawn. For instance, those stars which Hipparchus places on the Virgin's shoulder, we place on her side, because their distance from the head appear too great, for the distance from the head to the shoulder is the sign Virgo, and thereby making those stars to be on the sides to figure will be agreeable and proper, which would not if those stars were placed on the shoulder.
All right. So really some things going in on there, man. Like when you really comprehend what this text is, and guys, for you that have access to Prophet Noble Drew Ali University, this text here is in the library. All you got to do is type in VERITAS, and it should generate in the search for that particular Google Drive. All right, so Brother Benjamin is completing the astronomer. Royal Flamsteed admits himself puzzled by the charts of Bayer,
whose work bears date a century preceding Flamsteed, says, although the figures in Bayer are tolerably correct and the stars laid rightly down, that the Bayer read Ptolemy's catalog wrong, having drawn all his figures except Boots, Andromeda, and Virgo, with their backs toward us. Thus, those stars with all before him placed in the right shoulders, side, hands, and legs or feet fall to the left. To the remedy this fault, when he mentions an eminent fixed star to be in the dextro humero or dextra tibia, he adds Alicis in Centria, intellectual
alias in sinistra.
Alias in Synastry.
Dextro humera. When you really look at these things, because dextro means right, sinistra is left, right? So let's see. What does it say in the beginning? I'm pretty sure he gives it in the beginning. Right, back towards us. Thus, those stars which all before him place in the right shoulder, side, hands, and legs, and feet fall on the left. To remedy this fault, when he mentions any eminent fixed star to be dextero humero or dextero tibia, so humerus would be, humerus and the tibia, if I'm not mistaken, that's dealing, humerus is the funny bone in the elbow, so the right elbow. Dextero humero would be, I think, around the right elbow. Dextero tibia would be, I think, around the right thigh-ish. When they're speaking, I think things like that. And he adds alias in sinistra. So result for being in the left, right? So let's read that footnote. Okay, so it's in Flamsteed's introduction, obviously, where we would have to look for that is what it's speaking on, obviously, right? So that's what is really going on there. It's kind of giving you an instruction on how to look at some of the celestial pictures. So sometimes you may look at something and think it's the right when it's really the left, because now you're looking at perspective. How are you looking at it? Are you looking at it as if you're looking at the celestial picture writings from here on Earth, on the actual Earth land? Because Earth is not just the land that we're on. Earth is actually the celestial sphere also. It's not just what we're standing on, it's what we can see, what we're calling out there in the sky. That's Earth also, because it has a certain jurisdiction in which we can see as far as the eye can see. So that's ours too. That's ancestral estate also. So that's why when you look up land in Henry Campbell Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, you'll clearly see that land can be anything under, anything above can be so-called claimed there. So since that's the case, our ancestral estate is as far as we can see and as far as we can imagine below us, obviously, right? To a certain extent. So yeah, that's just really giving that instruction there on, hey, what's happening here when we're observing these things. All right, I yield to you, Brother Benjamin. Islam, intellectual astronomy.
Islam, intellectual astronomy would be sadly at fault were the fronts and the backs of celestial figures not forthcoming when required. It is not very many years since the mysteries must have been taught by the use of the globes as well as by the celestial charts. The surface of the globes are looked down upon, and the figures facing the center must expose their backs to view. On the charts, it is the reverse. They figuring concave heaven. If both fronts and backs were not obtainable, it would be impossible to understand the intent and meaning of such passages as Isaiah, was that 10? 20? I'm not sure. XX 4? I'm not sure.
Isaiah 20.
20. Isaiah 24 and Ezekiel 4 and 12. And Sam, First Sam 24, 22?
25.
25, 22. So it'll be chapter 25 and verse 22, or 25. Oh, what a brother. Mason used transparencies. So Mason used transparencies.
What did you just read?
Huh? Transparencies? Am I saying that right?
I'm just saying, it's just hidden in plain sight. Like, go ahead.
Mason used transparency, so the picture giving a hand on one side, if reversed, would give the same hand on the other side. Thus, the left will become the right, and the right will become the left. And you have to cross there, maybe Earth sign. Astronomers of this age ignore altogether heavenly speech and believe the celestial constellations perfectly unmeaning. This is evident from a letter from Professor Airy, Astronomer Royal, dated Observatory, Greenwich, 23rd April 1851, wherein he says, "I do not believe that any astronomer of this age considers that there is any occult meaning in the formation of the constellations, or that Ptolemy's placing the stars had any reference to mythology, excepting for the mere convenience of suggesting names, or that the ancient astronomers hint that the mysteries of the Bible or Quran and are to be interpreted by them." There seems to be
Hold on one moment. So that footnote that we missed there, thus the left would be the right and the right would be the left, right? Flamsteed clearly informs us that astronomical figures were universally the same. He says that from Ptolemy's time, according to his version, a very indefinite period from Ptolemy's time to our own, the names of the constellations he made use of have been continued by the indigenous and learned of all nations. The Arabians always used the forms and names of the constellations. The old Latin catalogs of the fixed stars used the same. Copernicus's catalog, the first we have in the good Latin by, and Tycho Brahe's, use the same. So do the catalogs published by the Germans, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and English languages. All the observations of the ancients and modern make use of Ptolemy's forms of the constellations and names pertaining to the stars, so that there is a necessity pertaining to our adhering to them, that we may not render the old observations unintelligible by altering or departing from them. So that's, I'd be like, okay, I get it, but what was we calling that? What was this? How was that? So it's like, okay, so all right, so that means that, we're kind of, okay, so y'all trying to say this is what was used, but I'm just thinking, like, with different languages, maybe they were called different things, but obviously we're using a universal language like music. We're using the same sky. We're all using the same sky. You know, just different languages, I guess, or we're using the same idea pertaining to that was laid down, where some of us don't necessarily have to go to the sky, but we are still some way, shape, or form. However, we cease for seeking for heaven in the sky, because we know heaven is within us. It is a state pertaining to our mind. It is our state, right? All righty. So there seems to be some incomprehensible mystery, and I yield.
Regarding the constellations, up a little bit. Regarding the constellations now known to astronomers, it would appear that nearly one half of the whole number are set down of modern introduction on our globe and our atlases, and are believed to be inventions of those by whom they have been introduced. Such, however, is certainly not the case, for almost all the so-called modern constellations are in fact old and ancient figures of images reintroduced, bearing new names. The minute astronomical procession given these revived heavenly figures proves beyond doubt that the learned men producing them must have been masters of the Median and Persian laws.
Ooh, Median and Percy, they must have been what masters of the Median and Persian laws. Looky, Astro. Go ahead, Brother Benjamin.
Gotcha. And the celestial Masonic knowledge. There we go. Mother and son stuff. So admitting it becomes deserving consideration how, in what manner, the sacred lost mysteries escape publication. One conjuncture alone presents itself at that, and that is that the celestial knowledge was imparted to the initiated under pledge of secrecy, and that the divulging the truths to the uninitiated was held a criminal offense deserving death. If therefore the action reintroduced of the ancient images can also be problematic, surmise their laws can be more easily accounted for. Flamsteed, for instance, says it is necessary to adhere to the ancient figures, the tables of Ptolemy, and yet Flamsteed in this plate of Aquila leaves out Atanus together, and there's
oh, that's not good. Why are you leaving out stuff, man? If we need to go back to that mindset pertaining to our ancient foremothers and forefathers, so that our days may be long upon the earth land. How you gonna mess with the celestial earth plates? Like, I mean, the celestial, the celestial earth. I did say that properly the first time, man. My spirit's on fire right now because I feel this. Goodness gracious, I thought I said the wrong thing, and when I went back in my head just now, I was like, whoa, that was proper. Yeah, like you're messing with the celestial earth plates. Yeah. Why do that? Why leave out Antinous? That's very important. Antinous is very important. All right, go ahead.
All right, Flamsteed Northern spherical plate gives Achille and mentions Antinous, but does not give the figure. In the southern hemisphere, there is the proper portion of the figure. In the zodiacal plate of Sagittarius, Antinous is properly delineated as a female, but in the chart of Achille, Sagitta, I guess that's what that would be, Velpugala, Answer, and Delphinus, Antinous is left out altogether. Editors, Antinous, the Romans placed that Varlet Antinous, the favorite of Adrian among the gods. They persuaded Adrian that Antinous was changed into a star, which appeared about that time. What's this? Is that a J? Jesuit. Yeah, Jesuit. Yeah, Jesuit. Galtrius, page 271. The star is probably the wandering Antinous. Antinous is Hebe, Ganymede, and
et cetera. That's the way that they put an ampersand. An ampersand C period is the same way of saying et cetera.
Have raised
Jove, Ho, which is Jupiter, right?
Ho, or Jupiter, raised, or expanded Ganymede, and it will hold on. And it will be found that Ho, under any other application, exalts Antinous as a fellow craft mason.
Under another what? Appellation. It says
Hello.
appellation.
Oh,
looky.
Wow.
Looky, Astro Cookie. Under another appellation, exalts Antinous as a fellow craft mason. That's in the sky, supposedly, or in the celestial plates, which is what we're observing, right? What do we mean by celestial plates, right? Where will we find Antinous, right? Isn't that over by Hercules? Because it's Aquila, right? Yeah. So here's Aquila. So Antinous is right there. Look, there you go. We found him like Waldo. Hey, where's Waldo? There he is. He's upside down though, however. Right? But the eagle, Aquila, has his shoulders in its claws, carrying Antinous, right? So Antinous is obviously can be seen, the other portion of his body can be seen on the southern plate, right? So the southern plate is here. And so the rest of Antinous' body is right here with the bow and arrow in his hand there, hanging. You see his feet right there, all right?
That shield.
That's Antinous. So if you saw what I had earlier, now, hold on, Brother Hasan. Does that mean this is why you made those dual spinning astrolabes? Is that why Brother Hasan did that? Let me go get them. And let's see what Antinous looks like together, all at one time. We need to see
3D.
All at
would
once,
this be real
right?
3D?
Say that again?
That would just be like real 3D.
Yeah, I know, right? Real 3D. All right, so let's find Antinous, right? And we know he's around the Sagittariusness of it all. So let's do this together, right? Should I stop all the
to just bring you up there.
Yeah, I'll remove all the spotlights. Let's have some fun. All right, let's have some fun. All right, so let me do this. Here we go. Boom shakalaka, tick tocka. Don't stop. I obviously have to stop the background, right? So let me do that.
Oh,
stop the background.
HO to the VA.
Right. So instead of moving it with the back of my hands, this is what I will do for you all. I will actually put this in front of me, actually. That's what I'll do. I'll put it actually in front of me, right? So let me put this right here. Let me grab this iPad. All righty, and put it right in front of us, all right? That's what we're doing here. Ooh. All right. So I want to be able to just kind of, let me make sure I can do this like I'm doing ski. All righty. All righty. So here I go. All right. So we have Gemini close, right? So we're looking at, Gemini here. So I'm going to spin it from the front, right? So where's Antinous again, right? He's hanging. His feet's hanging right there, right? So let's grab Antinous, right? And let's bring Antinous. We're going to keep his arrow right at my fingertips, right? That's Antinous. It should even say Antinous, right? Says it right there.
Yeah.
Antinous. Look, what I would have to do is just lift the transparency. Right?
Ooh, transparency.
Oh, right. Hidden in plain sight. Anyway. Right? Boom, that's Sagittarius, which is opposite of Gemini. Look. So that means I need to bring the other portion. Let's find the rest of Antinous here. Where is Antinous? Where are you, buddy? Hey, there's the eagle that's carrying. Hey, Antinous. There you go. Uh-oh. There's Antinous. So let's bring Antinous on around. Come on, buddy.
Bring it around town.
We want to observe you, guy. We want to observe you, guy. Right? Let's put your head to toe together. Baby, I know you're wondering. All right, here we go. How are we looking now? How is that? Are we looking antinous-y and whatnot? That looks like illegal. Oh, it looks like a whole antinous now. Look at that. We see a head connected to the body with the arm stretched out, with the arrow and the eagle carrying them. Aquila carrying Antinous. Oh my God, we just brought to life what Brother Benjamin just read. We went and looked and tried to conceptualize it on PDF just now. But you know, why don't we just go and do this right here and show why we actually make these things when reading.
So you were like, what the brother was saying. And it was like, wait, hold up, I got you. 1 second, I'll be right back.
Absolutely, absolute Timon. So you guys are seeing that there, right? What'd you say, Brother Sean?
So hold his water real quick. Get you together.
Basically, I mean, why not, guys? Let's show that we're not just sitting here regurgitating like we're some fucking parrots. Squawk, squawk. Oh no, that's a different bird. I probably want to regurgitate some astrology. No, that's not what we do. We study around here for real, and then we go and bring our studies to the table and make our studies come to life. So yeah, what'd you say? 3D TV? Is that what you said? What'd you say earlier?
3D, real 3D. You put like put it on the computer as if like, all right, let's edited it. If that's a thing, or PowerPoint. So, all right, guys, let's go to the table and let's actually build this. So if it was a building, that was the blueprint, as if we're reading, and then like, let's go to the table and actually take the words and construct them.
Absolutely.
Or like right brain, we were like left brain. All right, let's like hands on and logic, and then this is like art. You think about it, but it's learning art.
Indeed.
Islam. So I guess what I should do right now, maybe. So since I'm holding this, right? So we don't keep let me do that so we all can continue to talk, but observe Antinous right here being connected now because he was separated. He was quite separated. Let's actually make sure everything's actually lined up. Let's see.
So you did a favor for bro from the book. That was like you was like, why are you holding back truth?
Yeah, because he was like, well, because obviously when we revealed this last year, because I had made just the regular plates that I still have that don't spin, but they're just ones that we can just flip back and forth in our hand like we were going through the PDF. It's just like when I wanted to really see how these pictures look together whole, I said, you know what? And then this Un-velation dropped. So now we can be able to see the edge of things, the edge of the celestial spheres. I need to cut my nails, bro. The edge of celestial spheres.
You brought the heavens to earth, not to be like that, but like
bring the light to earth, right? Like Great Seal.
Yeah, I was say you brought the heavens, but yeah, lights to earth. Yeah, that too, because those are lights, stars like that. You brought the lights to earth, or to your domicile, like literally.
It's long. Make sure we got this. I think we're looking pretty good. I think we're looking all right here. It's looking very Antinous-y there, right?
And nuts.
Right?
Is that where Antonio could come from, you think? I mean, that's just a wild thing to say.
Could be.
That's But how long do you think it would take for like the animals to change, or like the zodiac animals to change? But would new application come with those animals because those animals mean a certain thing? So you couldn't just throw animals up there and okay, here's a zebra or whatever animal it would be. It would have to have some metaphysical meaning to it. As we did. Because that's maybe why I have changed. Because I'm like, well, like somebody tomorrow was like quote unquote change zodiac, and it'd be a squirrel or a roach or a worm. Just wild things. But you
look
have
at
to
the great celestial roach when the moon
strikes
the antenna. of the baby star of the cockroach constellation.
Like, so what application could you like, or life, source or life lesson could you make with like those type things? Islam. Would our heirs be inspired to do so? Maybe like I don't know how many said years, quote unquote, talk about time. Thinking about that, so I was like, well, why we had to change it? I was like, you would have to make more meaning. You wouldn't just like let's throw some BS up there. It's like, no, there's a reason why those animals were chosen. So I was like, no. So we would to do that, like I'm not saying we would, but like what other 12 lessons could we introduce to Earth that the soul needs, type deal. Because that's what we're here to do, to learn the 12 lessons. To the Zodiac. Mm-hmm. So those are not the stock ones. Those are the spinning ones. Stock ones, you gotta flip the page. Oh, Brother Sean got the shades.
Man, y'all was talking, 3D, even though we didn't need the glasses. I thought
just like what
these are my sight beyond sight glasses.
Y'all hilarious.
Are you in the sun? My uncle got those glasses when he go in the sun. They like turn the shades.
It'd be nice to have some of them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, now it's stuck in my head. All
right, let's do it, bro. Y'all hilarious. So where did we leave off at, right? Brother Benjamin had left off where we can get Brother Sean.
Somewhere Persian law and knowledge, Masonic knowledge. So admitting, I would like to say, maybe.
It was actually right here. Stop that. Bible or Quran, etc., and are interpreted by, right? Because what was being said there was, this is evident from a letter of Professor Airy, Astronomer Royal, dated Observatory Greenwich, 23rd April, right? That was just a couple of days ago, right? That was 6 days ago, right? 1851, wherein he says, I quote, "I do not believe that any astronomer this age considers that there is any occult meaning in the formation pertaining to the constellations, or that Ptolemy's placing the stars had any reference to mythology, etc., excepting for the mere convenience of suggesting names, or that ancient astronomers hint that the mysteries of the Bible or Quran, etc., are to be interpreted by them." So read that again. What is he saying? He does not believe that any astronomer, he does not believe that any astronomer of this age considers that there is any occult meaning in the formulation of constellations, or that any ancient astronomers hint that mysteries of the Bible or Quran are interpreted by the formations of the constellations. Right? There seems to be some incomprehensible mystery regarding the constellations now known to astronomers. It would appear that nearly 1/2 of the whole number are set down as of modern introduction on our globes and in our atlases, and are believed to be inventions of those by whom they have been introduced. Such, however, is certainly not the case, for almost all the so-called modern constellations are in fact old and ancient figures or images reintroduced bearing new names. Remix! The minute astronomical precision given these revived heavenly figures proves beyond doubt that the learned men producing them must have been masters of the Median and Persian laws and the celestial Masonic knowledge. So admitting it becomes deserving consideration how or in what manner the sacred lost mysteries escape publication. Somebody was on some bullshit trying to hide something, or they were just idiots. One conjecture alone presents itself, and that is, well, really, truth was never shut up, because obviously we got our hands on it, that the celestial knowledge was imparted to the initiated under pledge of secrecy, and that the divulging the truths to the uninitiated was held a criminal offense, deserving death. Don't you tell nobody how to use the sky. Don't you tell nobody about astro-masonic facts. If therefore the actual reintroduction of ancient images can only be problematically surmised, their loss can be more easily accounted for. Flamsteed, for instance, says, and this is what Brother Benjamin read, which led us to go and look at Antinous, quote, it is necessary to adhere to the ancient figures and tables pertaining to Ptolemy, end quote. And yet Flamsteed in his plate pertaining to Aquila leaves out Antinous altogether. How dare you, Flamsteed? How dare you?
Very flam of you to do, man. Flam.
What the flam it?
What the flam?
God flam it.
God flam it, flam. Flam nitty.
What kind of Flamsteed did you step in now, man? No. So let's read that right there. And that's what he read. So Antinous, as we saw, we did all of that. Brother Benjamin read all of that. We went into the celestial plates. I just got the email back from our international colleagues. They're not streaming it live. So now you guys know, like, after we get off of this, we're going to check the schedule, because I remember we saw in the itinerary that they were streaming live. Correct? I'm not tripping though. It is what it is. And I'm sharing to the community now. So there you go. So anyway, that's sent out into the group. Let me check that email live now. Check our international colleagues, because I did get a response from them. So let's see.
Improv.
Yeah, I know, right? Unfortunately, it's not being streamed live, so there is not a link to join. We will, however, be live streaming the grant award winners tomorrow and Sunday on our Facebook discussion group. Okay, so that's the grant award winners, I guess. And we did send in what we need to send in or whatever. You know, we're eligible for those 2 grants. So I trust, since we are eligible and we did put the material necessary for both grants, art and astrology, and the most promising astrologer. So I trust, shout out to our colleagues at iAstrologer 2022 near the Tucson Corporation, Arizona State Republic. All right. And I think Jay's in the chat on YouTube. So shout out to Jay. All right. Right. Please, let's look at the live chat. Actually, let me see here. So shout out to everybody that showed up. It was JL, and when I say Jay, he was talking about our daughter Jessica. Jessica. So JL and Jessica showed up in the chat. All right, so shout out to you all. So with that being said, and the happy holy degree to you all also. All right, and so guys, I finished making my wand too, guys. You see this? I finished making my wand. Can you see it? Oh no, you can't see me. You can see me on the other ones, but I'll bring it back. I actually finished it. This thing works like a freaking charm. Wait till I show you how it works, man. Like, I actually do some final touches on it so it doesn't come apart. I think I'm gonna keep it like this. I found one of my pencils that I'd never sharpened before, and so it's unsharpened on both ends, and it never came with an eraser. I said, you know what? This is gonna be it, and I'm gonna show you how it works, man. I'm gonna show you how it works with this whiteboard. It's like amazing. Like, hey, look at that, right? Wait till we tell people how it is, right? What'd you say?
That what it is.
I know, right? It's some abracadabra. All righty. So, guys, let's go to the next page here. Boom, right? Oh, looky, Astro Cookie. We're getting into some illustrations. Illustrationes. All right, so let's do that. We're here at page 19 out of 175 pertaining to Veritas. All right, let's go back to the title real quick page to show you guys what we're reading here. Veritas, revelations of mysteries, biblical, historical, and social by means of the median and Persean laws. Triple Tau, sun being exalted in Aries, showing you that Star of David, as it's called, Hex Alpha, great sealing it. Omnia vincit veritas, quote unquote, means all is conquered by truth. Omnia vincit veritas is Latin for all is conquered by truth. All right, let's get back to page 30 here, guys. Pardon, not 30. I was on page 30, page 19, actually. Boom, boom, shakalakas. There we go. And we already went off into our tangent of the astrolabes, the spinning astrolabes. So those who follow Flamsteed would consider any astronomer royal sufficient, would consider any astronomer royal sufficient. Those who follow Flamsteed would consider any astronomer royal sufficient authority for discarding Antinous from the heavens. It is but fair to Flamsteed. Brother Sean, you want to continue? It is fair to Flamsteed. What is fair to Flamsteed?
See, to say that an Veritas of Soli, probably the oldest celestial chart on record.
Whoa, what's the oldest celestial chart on record?
Aratus of Soli.
Aratus of Soli. Interesting. Interessante. All righty. Continue reading, I yield.
Aratus of Soli, probably the oldest celestial chart on record. Antenuous does not appear.
Oh, so hold on. So that's why they're saying that Flamsteed left out Antinous. Did he leave him out because they're saying, hey man, one of the oldest celestial charts on record doesn't include Antinous. So why would we still follow Ptolemy with an included Antinous in it? But this first record didn't have Antinous in it. It does not appear in that record. In subsequent times, though, I yield.
Antinous has been rendered integral with Aquila, and so remains. Prisca signifies ancient, and Priscilla is from thence derived. Indeed, the most...
Whoa, you're dropping jewels there, bro. Because it just sat there and told you Prisca signifies ancient, and Priscilla is from thence derived. So the word Priscilla is derived from the term Prisca, which signifies ancient. And in Psalm 103:5, so you can say chapter 103 verse 5, or degree 103 minute 5. Who satisfieth thy mouth with good? Thy youth is renewed like the eagles. Which is saying that, remember, when we read in the introduction here in the preface, that when we're going to the Helios Bibliothek, contemporarily termed the Holy Bible, it's only being used as a reference to us really seeing the poetic fiction that was written, which alludes to or making reference to the astro-Masonic fact, in which we have spinning dual astrolabes to consider and solidify. All right. So with that being said, you can continue. Indeed.
Poetic fiction, right? All right.
Indeed, the most
ancient image or figure in the heavens is the youth Antinous.
Whoa, wiggity, whoa. Romans 26:3 says, greet Priscilla and Aquila, my helpers in Christ. That just revealed to me what I just heard was Antinous is a remade name of Priscilla. That's what I'm hearing. Am I wrong? I might be. We might need to still read on though. But Romans 26:3 says, greet Priscilla and Aquila, my helpers in Christ.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. So we're going over astro-Masonic facts here with our Bibles. All righty. To point out, guys, that every religion is based on the celestial hemispheres, northern and southern. That's how you even have your belief systems. All right. So we're not being mean or evil here. We're showing you guys that which we can, because our tassels aren't pinned down. We didn't swear an oath of death to not divulge what is not hidden. It is an open secret. It is only secret if you want to know the poetic fiction. That's when it's only secret. It's open when you are really absorbing and researching the astro-Masonic facts. All righty. So they go hand in hand. You can't throw the baby out with the bathwater. You must embrace both, all right? At least hold on to the baby when you drain the water. Suffice here is what, Brother Sean?
Is that without the constellation known now as Antinous, there could be no celestial masonry. Suffice here that without the constellation now known as Antinous, there could be no celestial masonry, no Egyptian mysteries, indeed no celestial mysteries whatever.
So time out, hold on, time out. You know what that makes me think of? Because if we go back to looking at this, right? Isn't there an eagle and a shield on that thing? Didn't I show an eagle and a shield when we looked at Antinous?
Yeah, for the Benjamin, like, is that a shield? Yeah.
Right, it was an eagle and a shield, correct?
Yeah.
So even if I go here to the Celestial Atlas just very briefly and look at the bottom half of Antinous there, right? There's the shield right here, right?
What? See, M-O, like a U.
They got
I'm like Jupiter, like two little sextiles right there too. I don't know.
Just showing some letters that's, you know, possibly the Greek letters, Omicron, Eta, right? Right? So if you see that shield, right? So now let's think about this. This is what I'm curious about now, right? Shield, right? Shield. That was a shield, right? Shield, right? It's making me think now.
Uh-oh.
There could be no astro. Hold on, I'm just thinking here. Come on. All right.
Trip to the Holy Grail.
Right. So after Big Ben Bay here, right? Let's go here. Right. History of the dollar bill. It's right. The Federal Reserve. Hold on. There's another eagle and shield thingy there with stars and stuff. I said, eagle, shield, stars. I'm getting Antinous here a little bit. Just a little Antinous-y here and there. What do you think? No? I'm stretching it. It's too much.
I think we're on to something. Yeah, I mean, because look at the eagle and would it be an Aquila? Yeah, and the stars. Yeah.
Right.
So then be like, why the ancient before they brought Antinous, because then we'll get to the Kunta part of it. And then next, after going through Aquila, that's what I'm starting to think too.
Interessante. Just kind of looking, you know, at some things on the on the reverse, because the Aquila, this side is the reverse side for us, because our obverse side is here. And Unwe Chuck this or Unwe type this, he approved our undertaking. We actually have our eye connected. We have our eye connected. We don't have the eye cut from its connection, you know, like the so-called state of corporation called Connect eye cut. We've connected the eye cut for ourselves. So ours is ab antico, not unweak cuptis or unweak chuptis. That's not what it is for us, because we're clear that unweak chuptis is really just dealing with the fact that Big Ben Bay said, hey, my people had fell to an all-time low morally, right? In that third paragraph there, second line, the people had declined to an all-time low morally. So therefore, I'm going to give the priesthood the first three letters of government department, ordinance department, and Department of Justice, that's GOD, to use as a symbol of spirituality to spank our people on the planet back into the constitutional fold of government, so to speak. In other words, making sure you're back to being, for a moral and intelligent society. All right, so there we go, guys. Just, putting a few things together. I ain't trying to cause no problem. Just, looking at some things, Again, we affirm, though. We affirm. We do not take, oaths of death and death oaths. No, because we don't have to. Our tassel's not bent down. We're not fucking idiots. We didn't need to be made over again. And I'm not making any negative assertions to any organizations or members of organizations. I'm just saying what Seven Hill Star Astrology firm is not. That's all I'm saying.
Showing love to Ptolemy with your astro love, astro fears.
Yeah. Shout out to Ptolemy, right?
Or him reminding you, you know what I'm saying, of where you left in a prior meat suit. Pause. Is that a pause? We'll call it the meat suit. But,
I mean, I can totally dig. It is what it is, you know? I just, you know, it is very interesting. People have their own choice to hold on or not. Ptolemy just said, bango, bingo, bango. I'm gonna put this out there, there it go. And then it's like, oh, we want to argue over this. Like, are we? Why argue? Let's just render what it is so we can make things useful, have peace on the planet, so everybody can thrive. No need to argue and sit there and stay and stew in our kiwi liter mortuus juices, right? Civilly did juices. I'm stewing those civilly did juices. I yield the floor, Brother Sean.
Islam. All right. When proceeding with the mysteries, the reintroduction of the old figures under new names will become apparently manifested. Nevertheless, it may be well to notify especially one or two remarkable reintroductions. Taurus, Poniatowski, is attributed to the Abbe Pozelboot in the year 1778. Who could ever dream that the Poniatowski bull was the original Apis of Egypt?
Ooh.
It is.
Fire. Go ahead, I yield.
So who could ever dream that the Poniatowski bull was the original Apis of Egypt? But so it is, and every action of the Egyptian Apis of old must be affected by the Poniatowski animal in the atlas of the present day. There we go. All right. Let's see. We got Joe. That's like chapter 21, minute 10, right? Degree 10. Their bull gendereth and faileth not. Their cow calveth and casteth not her calf. All right, so I'm going to jump back right up there. Apis in its youth was both male and female. And Kircher and others tell us that Apis is Taurus of the zodiac. Granted, for when Apis died in Egypt, he was exalted and arose to heaven as a god. Apis and bis Apis. All right, so then we look at this Jeremiah. What is that? What, 46? Is that it? Jeremiah 46? Yep. All right. Chapter 46, verse 20. Egypt was a very fair heifer. Destruction cometh. It cometh out of the north.
Yeah, so even when you look at people saying that the cow is sacred and stuff like that, they could be just alluding to them remembering Apis.
Bro, it's 12.
You know, Apis is Taurus, so to speak. Apis is Taurus of the zodiac, and the Poniatowski bull is, if I'm not mistaken, should be around where we were just looking. Let me make sure. Poniatowski bull, is that around Scorpio-ish? Let me double check. Let's see. Let me turn these plates. You can continue to read.
Bro, it is 12 your way.
Yeah, it is, right? But like I said, OPA isn't doing their thing like I thought they was in the email, but we can still do what we do and how we look at what it is.
Let's keep on rolling,
basically.
Rolling, not the truth.
True.
Some of the truth juice.
True.
Poniatowski bull. That's part of the opposite. That's why I was looking. Oh yeah, I was right. It's in Sagittarius. I knew I was right. I had to see it though from Gemini. That's hilarious. I had to see it from Gemini. That is hilarious.
Which is the opposite of Sagittarius.
Yeah, because the Poniatowski bull, if I'm not mistaken, is right next to Antinous. It's really between the wing and the tail of the eagle. And I'm about to show you guys. Right? Now let's take a look at it. Right? All right. Point it out for you guys here. All right. One moment. All right, here we go. Taurus Poniatowski. Right? So you can see that bull sort of kind of right there. Let's see if we turn the astrolabes a bit though, if it actually lines up. So let me find what we got going on. Oh, pardon me. Let's see if there's some line uppage going on here with this bull.
Is that a
that's Ophiuchus. It's because it's Ophiuchus is right here, right? See, I can put Ophiuchus together too. So if I put Ophiuchus together, you'll see that that the Poniatowski bull is between Aquila, Antinous, and Ophiuchus. Right? So I can see Ophiuchus. You guys know we line them up or whatever like that. So we can actually see his head, his shoulder, him holding the actual snake that he's wrestling and stuff like that. But I just wanted to see if it's lining up. If the Poniatowski bull, then it's like, boom, there we go. That's the lining up right there. Because there's the bull's head, back, arm right there. But it doesn't look like much else is going on. So we can see most of it in the northern hemisphere, right? So it's in the northern hemisphere plate, Poniatowski bull. So is that translating pretty good to you guys?
Yeah, I see the bull.
Maybe I should turn it turn it another way to give you guys another view, so it doesn't look like it's upside down. And now that will put Ophiuchus there. And now you can see Hercules here. There's actually Hercules holding that tree in the Garden of Eden. Right? It's that tree in the Garden of Eden here. All right. Sure. And that's Hercules, right? Yeah, because Hercules' head and Ophiuchus' head are there. So that's Russell Hogg and so
it's Scorpio.
So Ras Al Hogg and Ras Al Getty. Right, so Ras Al Hogg is Ophiuchus, Ras Al Getty is Hercules. Right, holding the Hydra, the 9-headed dragon. So he just lift them up instead of trying to shoot his arrows at it and cut his head off. Just holding the Hydra. So you can see the story of Hercules here also. All right. Well, anyway, back to the Poniatowski bull. What'd you say, bro?
Hercules in a death and rebirth process there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in Scorpio, sidereally speaking. Because remember, not only can we see the sidereal zodiac the tropic zodiac is right here. See?
Oh yeah, Leo.
See? Yeah, even though you see, yeah, because that's on that line that we're following, that's the sun's path. So that's the tropic zodiac right here. So you see that's Aries symbol right there on the tip of my nail.
That's a fish, like a fish right there next to it.
Right. Well, that's Aries tropically. So yes, sidereally, we're going to see Pisces. Right. So you have Pisces, Aquarius energy. But then Aries constellation is here. See, Aries, the Ram constellation is there. But that's sidereal. But the tropic is here. So not only is these just some spinning whatevers, you can do some actual really great astrology with this, guys. You really can, especially when it comes to seeing what fixed stars are lined up with certain things and doing your sincere astro masonry. All right. And that's how we got that going. All right. Poniatowski Bull one last time. What Brother Sean was reading about. Taurus Poniatowski. And what you'll actually realize is 2 of everything here in the zodiac, as above, so below. So yes, how you have 2 twins here, or 2 suns here, Hercules and Rasselhag kind of has this Apollo energy. Another Hercules and Apollo is, let's bring them together. Where are they? Where are you?
No.
Where are you 2? Where are you? Let's bring them together, right? Find these twins. Getting really good use out of Brother Hasan's astrolabes here.
So they're gonna know it's very operational.
Quality check, make sure it all works good.
I know, right? Quality check, making sure it's useful. We're showing the public also, as they call the public, but we know you guys aren't military, so we're not going to disrespect you and call you public like that. You're not military. There they go. There are those twins right there. Your Hercules and your Apollo again. So you'll start seeing like a theme, even though, it's over in Scorpio where you see the head of, as we said before, Hercules and Rasselhag, right? But then you look, if you're looking kind of Antisha style, but it's not Antisha, it's contra Antisha, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because let's do this. From Aries, right?
Yeah, I think Antisha would be like the
Virgo,
Taurus to Gemini right there, and then on and so forth. And then the contra Antisha would be the willing to be corrected.
Boom, 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 boom.
Is it
boom? Right, Aries for.
You would start at the bottom. What's that at the bottom down there? Is that Virgo?
Virgo, yeah.
Yeah. It would be boom, boom as Virgo, and to the right of Virgo, what is that?
Here, Leo. Leo goes with Taurus. Cancer goes with Gemini. So this is your Antisha, right? Aries to Virgo, right? So we know Scorpio goes with Aquarius, right? But we're just looking at, I was just saying, like, okay, what's the contra? Well, the contra Antisha would be here, right? So contra Antisha for Aquarius is there. But I was just saying how you got this Gemini, though. So it's like, what is that? What if we could go that way? That's another
and the
way.
Twins are the twins in Gemini?
Yeah, the twins are in Gemini, and then these twins here that are much older looking, you have some younger twins, Apollo and Hercules, or Castor and Pollux, and then you have the older twins there head to head in Scorpio, constellation Scorpio. However, that would be tropic tell you real quick. Probably more or less tropic Sagittarius. All right. But that's why I said you'll start seeing patterns and you'll be like, hold on, they got it here and they got it here. And hold on, they got this kind of, then they will start seeing the as above, so belows and the, like older set of twins, younger set of twins. Here's a set of dogs here, and here's another type of set of dogs there, like that kind of energy. All right. So yeah, just wanted to look at that. There's that ship for Argo when the ark rested. See the ship when the ark rested. You see that boat there? Mm-hmm. Navis. Right, when the ark rested.
Let me drive a boat.
Is that a sphinx there? Looky. Nah, it's some type of cat though. Thales. It is Thales.
That's not the Holy Grail, the cup in Leo right there.
Oh yeah, there you go. That is Crater or Crater. Yeah, Holy Grail in Leo.
That's funny. This movie, whatever on TV is The Search for the Holy Grail, and they're like in medieval stuff with swords.
Probably some Median and Persian stuff, and the Holy Grail is riding the Hydra, another snake, right? Riding the constellation Hydra, the snake. And it's funny how that Leo looks like a snake.
Yeah.
Leo symbol, right?
Journey would be
dealing with the tribe of Zebulon, the prophet Philip, and the disciples Luke and Simon. Yeah. Showing you the direction here. All right.
Search for the Holy Grail.
Yeah, right? Guys, this is beautiful, right? We get to have fun with this. All righty. We do a little bit more reading and then we're out, right? Because we guys started at about like 10:40-ish, right? So we haven't even been there that long. We can probably do another half an hour or less and then we're complete, right? This fun. This is great, guys. You're enjoying yourselves? Say yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So, all righty. Aphrodite. Let me bring all my bros back here.
Thunder.
Yes.
Thunder.
We're bringing it.
Thunder.
Oh, hold on. What happened here? Let's see. Let's try this again. All right. One more Ginsky. Bring in Brother Benjamin.
Yeah.
Right. And I. And Brother Sean.
Brother Benjamin, bro, you over there going like a fresh Jerry curl, bro. What's the secret, man?
Y'all hilarious. Y'all are hilarious, bro.
I seen a brother last night with a neat beard. I was like, man, it did look like a Jerry curl, like a crescent moon under there. Like mine kind of like Kimbo Slice kind of did his own thing. I don't like shape my joint up or whatever. He had the whole little compact look. Like if it was a fro, it would be like the Steve Harvey fro.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was a very I was like, man, wow. I hate it, but yeah, very.
I'm trying not to laugh so hard. That's actually hilarious. That's pretty funny, actually. All right, let me go and share the content here, man. All right. So let's get through just like another few paragraphs or so, man, and then we'll close on out, right? All righty. So we got to look at that Taurus Poniatowski, right? Apis, right? In the, so-called quote unquote ancient Egyptian, right? All righty. So look at the sedate and solemn, the seated and solemn sun man, Apis, or minor Taurus, right? So you got majors and minors, right? How he showed you some minor twins, Gemini, and then the major twins, Ophiuchus and Hercules. All right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the minor bull, or it's also known as the Minotaur in the British Museum with the wings of Aquila, right? Because I told you it was right between the wing and the tail pertaining to Aquila, right? All right, Brother Sean, we are told.
These Minotaurs were placed at the entrance to some sacred temples. In their statuary form, they symbolize the opening of the year in Egypt. And now in their pictured form and modern atlases, they denote the opening of the year on the 1st of January and at the vernal equinox in Aries.
A footnote, what's the footnote say?
All right. In order to explain in what manner the constellations have been perfected, and in comparatively modern times, let us refer to Custos Messium, introduced as it is said to be by Lalande. This astronomer.
It was a Lalande, but go ahead.
Lalande. This astronomer was born in 1732, and Montefacon's Antiquities were published in 1719, consequently 13 years previously. Montefaucon gives a figure with a shepherd's crook in the left hand and an unmeaning instrument in the right. Alongside is a cedar tree and a ram. He calls the figure, quote unquote, Osiris or Atisus labila. End quote. M. Lalande places Custos Messium in the sign of the ram Aries, gives him a shepherd's crook in the left hand and a sickle in his right. And this figure he places alongside Cassiopeia, which constellation is called El Sadar, the cedar tree, by Uluk Beg. The Egyptian figure is that of folly, and its chief star corresponds with the 1st of April, the Fool's Day.
April Fool's again.
I was thinking that too.
Uluk Beg is another way of saying B-E-Y. B-E-I-G is another way of saying B-E-Y.
Uluk Beg. Uluk Beg.
It's a pretty long footnote, right?
I know.
Are we still footnoting it? Okay.
Yeah, and Lord, quote, and the Lord said unto me, take unto thee yet the instruments of a foolish shepherd. It's like Zechariah chapter 11, verse 15. And I was still going to Lalande, read.
So in other words, what it's saying is, because that picture is like, hold on, how are you going to talk about this Poniatowski bull or whatever, but we're showing all these these poetic fictions right here, right? But it's basically saying that this is where the year began for certain people on the planet at a certain time. So it's not saying actual Aries, it's just using Aries as a reference to denote starting point, or to make reference to saying, hey, we're starting here. But that's why it's saying folly, foolish, stuff like that, because it's like, oh, that's not the actual. That's just somebody at a certain time when they're looking at according to this particular constellation. That's why time never was when man was not. Still reading the footnote I see here. Lalande, hold on, let's make sure. Lalande read it differently.
Thus, quote, and another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. Revelations 14, minute 17, right? This astronomer was a Freemason, and probably from some ancient Masonic records was enabled to place the figure in its proper position. Biblia, Sydney, I'm not sure what the NSW's for, 1842.
All righty. So to come back here, in like manner as Apis became exalted, I yield.
Indeed. So also ascended Isis, of Egypt, who became translated to the Virgo of the zodiac. Jameson tells us that psalterium was introduced by a German in honor of George III of England.
Or psalterium.
Pulsatarium?
Or no, you said psalterium, but it can be pronounced psalterium.
Psalterium. Psalterium was introduced by a German in honor of George III of England. The harp is pictured precisely the same in the celestial atlases as it is impressed upon the current coin. The same psalterium is one of the symbols of the royal arms, and the historian Stowe gives the harp on the seal of Elizabeth. If psalterium be a modern invention, it is by mere chance that its celestial position tallies with the harp of Menem, a string of which breaks at sunrise and sunset.
Right. If psalterium be a modern invention, is it by mere chance that its celestial position tallies with the harp of Memnon, a string of which breaks at sunrise and sunset? Man, it's so beautiful to know that they're just really talking about observing constellations. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Okay, go ahead. I yield.
Let's see. Scutum Sobieski. It said Scutum Sobieski. There we go.
Yep, Sobieski. Go ahead.
Sobieski is said to have been placed in the heavens by Hevelius in honor of John Sobieski, the king pertaining to Poland, who died in 1696.
So it's not like people adding stuff to these celestial picture writings. That's why I said, hold on, man, we need to stick to the mind. What's going on? That's why I said, I read this the first time. I was like, yeah, we need to see them original plates, but we can still discern what we need to discern with what we have now. I yield, Islam.
Let's see. How comes it that upon the cross on the shield, there invariably are the subscribed letters INRI or IHS? What have these letters to do with John Sobieski? Or what has John Sobieski to do with the cross of Christ? The Catholic priests wear the same cross and shield on their stoles on certain occasions. Do the priests patronize these symbols in honor of John Sobieski or in honor of the Son of Righteousness? Let's see, we got, what is that, Circinus? All right, Circinus, the compasses, all right, triangulum, the level, and Norma Euclides, the square.
They just told you that there are three constellations. One constellation that deals with the compasses, Circinus or Circinus. One dealing with the level, the triangulum, and one dealing with the square, Norma Euclides. I yield their tools or implements.
Are tools or implements belonging to ritual masonry, and yet they are considered of modern introduction in the heavens.
Exactly. So somebody added Circinus, Triangulum, and Norma Euclides into celestial plates, obviously. However, I yield. That's what he's saying. If so, then the present masonry must be of modern invention. But without the composite triangle and square, the ritual, as it is, becomes vague and totally incomprehensible. So, got you. Use the square to make circles. All right, go ahead, bro. I just wanted to read through it. Go ahead, Brother Sean.
Islam. All right. Let's see where we at. The compasses. I see. If so, the present masonry must be of modern invention, because without the compasses, triangle, and square, the ritual as it is becomes vague and totally incomprehensible. But these implements, with one exception, that of Euclid's square, are required in intellectual masonry. One of the most ancient figures in the heavens is Ara, the cube or square altar. And this, the exoteric ritualists have made into their pedestal, and finding a square still required. They have introduced Euclid's, which is in fact unmeaning, as it does not serve as an altar as well as a square. And we've got Exodus 27:1. And thou shalt make an altar shittim wood, 5 cubits long and 5 cubits breadth, looks like.
Yeah, breadth.
The altar shall be 4 square, and the height thereof 3 cubits.
Correct. So I think a cubit is like 18 inches. However, yes, again, you're seeing in Exodus 27:1 that it's again speaking some poetic fiction, which really, when uncovered, points to astro-Masonic fact. All right. Modern astronomers.
Right. Modern astronomers, as shown, have determined that the ancient constellations have no occult meaning. And astronomers, astrologers, and the clergy or clerical masons have allowed their ancient landmarks to be tampered with. Indeed, some atlases and globes actually give the names pertaining to the constellations, but not the figures. Fortunately, there is one atlas, a mere schoolbook, by one Alexander Jameson, in which are preserved the celestial images or figures in their purity, and the tables pertaining to stars and authentic astro-Masonic order.
Stop. And that book that's being referred to is this right here, Celestial Atlas, right? It's said by Alexander Jameson. That's what we have here. 1822, a celestial atlas comprising a systematic display of the heavens in a series of 30 maps illustrated by scientific descriptions of their contents and accompanied by catalogs of the stars and astronomical exercises by Alexander Jameson's amanuensis master. That's what AM is, amanuensis master, author of a grammar of logic and intellectual philosophy, rhetoric and polite literature, etc. London, published by G&W B. Whitaker Avenue, Maria Lane. Hey, Maria, there she goes. T. Caudell Strand, and Inhales, right? Inhales or Hylas, right? Museum, Piccadilly. Piccadilly. Right?
Yeah.
1822. And that's what we guys have before you. And like I said, this PDF here did not exist. So we had to compile it actually from a naval website, so-called United States naval-based website or whatever. And I got the pictures and I made the PDF. And now it's in our library for us to further study. So that's how I was able to have this catalog of the stars. We didn't see it anywhere else. Alrighty, and because I looked for it. So if it is found anywhere else on, scribed or archive.org, it got there by way of somebody putting it there after getting the PDF from me, respectfully. And I'm not pulling rank or sounding braggadocious. I'm just telling the truth. Alrighty, so yes, and it gives, got ways of looking at things. It tells you where things are, where certain constellations are, things of that nature. All right. So it gives you a list, goes into the northern plate first, and then it shows you some things. Hey, look, there's Antinous and Aquila, and it shows you how basically that's on the equator there. Yeah, so we really look at these books, man, and really go into these things. You'll see what we've done with these spinning astrolabes, right? So that's why we're doing it. Hey, look, Taurus Poniatowski right there, right? And then, so it's, like I said, between Aquila and Ophiuchus, right? And then you see Hercules is above Ophiuchus, right? Where the where the dragon is, which is Remus Pomusus, all right? Which is dealing with the, the apples in the garden that shouldn't be eaten. Those are the apples there in the Garden of Eden that was eaten, that shouldn't have been eaten, right there in Hercules' hand, top right hand corner. We showed you there earlier. I mean, this stuff's gonna, when you guys see what it is, and just don't get mad and hang your pastor. All right, don't do that. Just embrace the Astro-Masonic truth. That this is what it's been talking about. What'd you say?
Just tell them to let them use your Cadillac, the plastic Cadillac. Like, I know what you're saying now. Just let me use a Cadillac, brother.
I know, right? Basically, all right. So yeah, you go through these things and look at these different things and see what's going on. Yeah, you're like, oh, so that's what's going on. Yeah, that's what's going on, guys. That's what's going on. And so it's just great to just be able to see these things. You know what I mean? And you see how on the ecliptic, even though we see Aries, the constellation, on the ecliptic, though, it's showing you the dates that deals with tropic astrology. So you can even see, it's saying April, right? 30th right there, where it even said, well, you see just below Aries head is April. That's where most of Aries head is between the constellation of Aries head that's drawn here is between April 20th and April 30th, right? So we already know about that time, we're getting into Taurus. You know what I mean? So you guys can actually see this stuff, all righty? So shout out to all you guys that, are brave enough, all you mothers and sons out there are brave and are part of our Prophet Noble Drew Ali University and have access to these things that we have here, guys. Trusting that you'll enjoy everything that it is that we have here for you, all right? Guarantee you will definitely enjoy checking out some things pertaining to your ancient foremothers and forefathers thinking, all righty? So this is just beautiful to see. Hey, look at them.
I like that video I seen the other day when the bull rammed that dude.
Yeah, and it's funny. Look at whose foot is in Auriga's foot. Beta Tauri is in Auriga's foot.
Oh, what a bad step.
What's funny is, who else? Remember I told you there's dual things here? Somebody else has something in their foot too. So remember when it talks about crushing the Son of Man's heel will crush the serpent's head, or will bruise the serpent's head and will bruise his foot on the serpent's head. Opposite of the serpent is Taurus. So you guys will start to see these parallels. They're so freaking beautiful. However, let me show you the other piercing of the foot that actually occurs when you're talking Ophiuchus, right? So Ophiuchus, feel like we're getting close because they're Sagittarius, but I want to see an actual colorful Ophiuchus's foot. So let's see what we got going on here. Hey, there's somebody else's foot crushing somebody's head there, right? Leafless is the rabbit, so that's Orion about to crush the head of the rabbit. Look at that, Orion. Watch your foot there, buddy. All righty, so and continuing, let's see if we can find there. Right. Oh, look. Hey, look. Andromeda's foot is on Perseus's head. Look at that. It's a lot of feet on head here. Right. Alluding to Pisces, Aries type shit. Anyway, let's see what we got going there. Oh, hey, there's Auriga, right? Holding that lamb in his arms, like when everybody sees, oh, Jesus is holding the lamb. It's Auriga. Get it right. It's Auriga. And Jesus is the sun transiting the area or opposite the area 180 degrees so that you can be able to actually see the Auriga constellation in the sky, provided that you are where it can be seen. But let's get
his foot was on the horn.
Huh?
That his foot was on the horn.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. And we're looking for the other parallel to, foot and head things, right? So we're looking for Ophiuchus, where his foot is crushing the serpent, because the serpent is also, known as Scorpio, right? Hey, Hercules, look at you, buddy. That's Hercules with the whole holding the dragon and whatnot, right? Being all upside down and shit like Peter, right? On the cross, right? Anyway, moving right along. Hey, there's somebody's foot, but we can't really see that foot there, Ophiuchus. We see you stepping on the scorpion's back, but that other foot is right above that stinger. That's what it really is. Can we see that foot? How are we going to see that foot? We need to see that foot. I want to see that foot.
Give me that foot.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Let's see. We have to go back to the Scorpion constellation. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Let's take a look-ski. Right? See what we got going on. Ski. Right? Hey, Aquarius, pouring out that Eridanus. All right. There we go. There's a little action. It's not colored, but if you check right here, guys, there's Ophiuchus's foot on the ecliptic around December 10th, that is. Is that December 10th? Yeah. So his foot around December 10th, as you can see there, Ophiuchus's foot is right above Lasath, which is in the stinger of the constellation of the Scorpion. So that's where you get, and then look, Sagittarius's arrow is right there too, about to shoot Scorpio in the butt.
Going down right there.
Pause. What'd you say?
It says going down right there. It's kind of like the Spider-Man picture, everybody pointing at each other.
Yeah, no, right? It's like you guys, so the heel of the Son of Man will bruise the serpent's head, or bruise the head of the serpent, but that's the serpent's tail, right? However, opposite of that, we know, is Auriga, who has his foot being bruised by the head of the bull, right? So you guys are seeing these parallels. This isn't complicated. We're just saying these things aloud so you guys can start making the connections, all right? That's all we're doing, guys. All right, so you guys can see too, so around December 25th, right? Where's December 25th? There it is. There's December 25th, right? That you guys know as the third degree of Capricorn. We're definitely transiting the constellation Sagittarius, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, there's some 3 stars there too. Look, there's some 3 stars. A lambda, a delta, and a epsilon star. Very interesting. Making up the bow, sort of kind of Sagittarius there around the 25th. Looky. Astro Cookie makes you wonder what those stars are, right? That's why you get your purple thread and get these spinning astrolabes and start looking at some things, right? Or the flip sheet astrolabes that we have also, right? All right. This is great. We didn't even open up the tablet of memory to show these things yet, because we didn't get, hold on, let me see how long it's going to take for us to get to the tablet of memory portion. Hold on. I think it's coming. I'm looking for the TM107. That's what I was looking for. 2 seconds. Ready? Maybe I'll get into some things a little early, because I want to bring some things up, show how we use a tablet of memory. We go and look at those dates that are just poetic fiction, and then we go into the astro-masonic facts, right? But we already know that the tablet of memory is what will tell us some things, and then we can go look at some other things. That's what I was actually looking for. So 2 seconds. Okay, so I know we're here, right? However, let's see, what page is that? 20? Let's go back a few pages. just very briefly. Okay, so I don't think we're there yet. Let me look at, let's do this real quick. Let's search and let's type in 107. This is the one I'm looking for. Okay, it's on page 51. So we're not there yet when it comes to tablet of memory. So that's where it really gets really good when you see TM 107. And I can get a little bit more into an explanation of what the tablet of memory really does there. It's really beautiful because you can go into the tablet of memory and see all the the poetic fiction, which will lead you to the astro-Masonic fact, you know. So this is a three-parter. So you actually utilize, let's go back here where we were on page 20, right? You actually utilize in tandem and in the Veritas folder, guys, there in the Veritas folder, alrighty, within Prophet Noble Ali University, not only is it Veritas and a celestial atlas, but we also have in there too a tablet of memory, right? So the tablet of memory that we have here, when I showed you guys TM 107, you look at the top right hand corner here, page 107 is what I was going to get into, but we're not there at page 51 yet, all righty, in the Veritas. However, you know, we will see that all this is just poetic fiction that alludes to astro-Masonic fact. Earthquakes, famines, inundations, storms, tempests, frosts, accidental fires are all really alluding to, you know, so it's like, if we was going, look here, Abbotsbury had 22 houses destroyed by fire on October 1784. That's not something true. So what we would do, 22 houses, 22. When I think of 22, sometimes I think of, if I'm not mistaken, the letters in the Hebrew alphabet, which also deals with the amount of strings in David's lyre, so to speak. Lyre is a constellation hosting Vega or Vega. 1784, we already know that we would do, as we know, 17 hours. So an hour is 15 degrees. So 15 times 10 and 15 times 7 gets me 150 plus 105. So 150 plus 105 gives me 255. 255 plus 84 though is what?
255 plus 84.
339.
Yep.
339?
Mm-hmm.
Islam, yeah.
So now that would force us to see here, going to our astrolabe, 339. So it's within Reuben there. It's like we're kind of close. Right? What's the opposite of 339? I guess subtract 180 from 339. It's like 159. Is it?
339 minus 159.
339 minus 180.
180. 159. Mm-hmm. 339 minus 180 is 159.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. 159. If I go back from 166 and go back 5, it'll give me 161, which is what that notch is. 161 is just 2 after 159 there in Sidereal Leo. Right? Tribe of Zebulun, Prophet Philip, disciples Luke and Simon. Interessante. Just to see. Because now, you know, it's like when you look at that, 339 and 159. Now we need to find that within the celestial atlas. Right? Well, we can clearly see 339 right there. That's 339. 340 is right after it. 335, 336, 337, 338. Right? So we see 339 there. Right. Now let's look at 159. And again, this is the Northern Hemisphere plate we're looking at. All righty, 159. Let's look at you. Oh, pardon me. I miswrote. Oh, we stopped sharing, eh?
Oh, no.
There's 159. So now what we want to do, right, is take that portion right there. Actually bring up our ruler now. And line up 339 and 159. Now, let's take our purple thread. And see what it is. Right? See what we go through on that astrolabe. Pardon me. I want it to be a little transparent, so forgive me. Grab a different purple here. So I want it to be transparent and a little thinner. All righty, there we go. Got our line drawn. Correct. And now we can observe what that line's going through, which constellations. It's going through the constellation Leo, and it's going through Leo Minor, it's going through Ursa Major. Is it closer or going through any stars, that line? Looks like it's also going through, of course, it's going to go through the celestial pole or the pole of the equator, right? Right. So don't forget the pole of the equator, that purple line's going through, and then the pole of the ecliptic is just above it, where another hydra is, another snake of some sorts, right? Going through the neck of Pegasus, I see, and the mane of Pegasus, and the arm of Pegasus, or leg of Pegasus. Looks like it's going through a crown and going through Kephas's shoulder, right? Kephas. Let's zoom in on Kephas, right? See how that purple line's going through his leg, his thigh, his foot. Why? Because his foot is on the, remember, it's on the pole star. And it is going through the star in his arm, in his bicep. I mean, it's going right through it. So imagine if somebody's sun, moon, or any other planet, so to speak, we go and analyze, and it's lined up with this beautiful royal thread, this purple thread. And we will be able to tell other things about that being based on these quote unquote stories behind them. However, this is just the northern hemisphere, right? So that it's a circular energy, right? So we will look at 339 and 159 also here. Would we not? Would we not look at? What'd you say?
As above, so below.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's just do it very quickly. Here's 339. Hey, you. Hey, 339. How are you? Doing well? Haven't seen you since the Northern Hemisphere. Get a respect? Get a respect? Right? And let's find our... You're hilarious. Let's find our 159 here, right? Boom shakalaka. The fun don't stop her. Let's go now and get our ruler and line up our 339 and 159. Let's get our thinner purple transparent thread there. And let's now see what stars are we dealing with now. Right now that we're checking the southern hemisphere. Man, we're doing some awesome time traveling here. Look, we're not even near the southern hemisphere. We can do some astronomy and astrology. Look at that. I feel like I should be Hasan Ghaziel Bey or something. No, Hasan Ghaziel Bey. No, I'm kidding. just kidding. All right. Let's look at what we got going on here. What date is this? Hey, looky, Astro Cookie. This looks like February 20.
Mm-hmm.
Right between the 25th and the 26th. Let's see. No, 24th and 25th. Let's see. Let's see if we can count this thing on now. Let's see. Is that the 28th right there? Is 27. Is it? Hold on. Where's March 5th? 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. That last yellow one here, that's the 28th. Okay, so it looks like it's under, it says the 28th is under a notch. That is actually the 1, because if I'm not mistaken, March 5th is where that 5 is. And go backwards, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's see. See if that's correct. Let me double check. Make sure that properly, because that is coming off the ecliptic pole. The ecliptic pole is right there. All right. Ecliptic, pardon me. This is your ecliptic pole here. All right. Let's take that back. Or like, I don't know. Let's go back. This is very close. Go here. Right, it's orange. There's your ecliptic pole, where I am drawing circles around it in yellow. That's your ecliptic pole. Where your equatorial pole. All right, there you go. That way you can see the difference. And if I'm not mistaken here, right. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, I was right. 4, 3, 2. This is 1. That's 1 right there. So the 28th is actually right here. That's the 28th, right? So now we would go 27, 26, 25. So yes. So that purple line is going between the 25th and 26th December, right? Pardon me, February, 25th and 26th February, actually. So, you'll be able to see this in the sky, however, on the date opposite of this, right? So we know that the 25th, 26th February is Pisces, when the sun's there. So this would actually be seen in the sky during Tropic Virgo. So during Tropic Virgo, you'll be able to see these stars here that are within Eridanus, which is, the Fluvius Aquarius, right? Fluvius Aquarius, which is the flow from Aquarius. If I'm not mistaken, though. Keep saying Eridanus as though it's the river, because I got a feeling that it technically is the river, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? Eridanus. Yep, there you go. No, that's FOMO Hall. Let's not make a fool of ourselves. I'll make it very simple and very easy. Do the research this way, then I bet you we find it. Constellation in the Southern Hemisphere, it is represented by a river, right? So where's that river though? I wonder, right? So let's do it. Where is it? Oh, sniggity snaps. I see Orion. I see Taurus. I see Cetus the whale. Hold on. So now, back here to this plate. Am I in the Southern Hemisphere though? I am. Looky, looky. Astro Cookie. Right? Oh, I was all the way somewhere else. Maybe I should come here. Is Eridanus here? Let's see. See this, right? Yeah. And Taurus, right? And Orion. Hold up. Maybe I do need the Southern Celestial Plate now. Right? There it is. There's the flowing river. But hold on. Why is that? How is it flowing? Where is it flowing from? Right? Because if it's flowing down here, right? See? Oh, Fluvius Oriani. Oh, okay. So it's okay. So it's flowing through a few people then. Okay. So now this is Orion's flow. Okay. So Orion be spitting too. Fluvius Orionis. Fluvius Orionis. Orion be spitting. Hey, there's that Saltarium. Right? There's George's Saltarium there. Hey. Okay, let's follow the river though. Okay. Where are the mortars bees going? So it just stopped at the fish, stopped flowing from Aquarius. Aquarius be spitting. And then Fumble like, no, I'm gonna stop that. And then it just continue right here under the Phoenix. Hold on. So the flow stops from Aquarius at the fish, but then it starts again at the Phoenix. That's funny. That's not funny to you. That's funny to me. There's a Phoenix, right? There's the parallel to Aquila, right? Looky, Astro Cookie. And where am I again? Right around the end of Pisces, sun sign Pisces around. All right. Look at that. That's why I was like, hold on, Eridanus. Because I was already thinking in my head, man, that's flowing from Aquarius, man. It just doesn't stop there. Show the rest of that river. Because how's gonna look, let me show y'all my logic. Just real quick. How does it stop here? How are you stopping it here? See that purple I'm keep circling? So you saying the flow from Aquarius stopped there, and then we're gonna pick it back up right here at Phoenix. See this new purple I'm circling in right here now. This is where we're gonna pick it back off at. Where that river? Why y'all cut that river off like that? But anyway, that's just me going into my thoughts at times when I do things or whatever. But yeah, Eridonis, where is it? Let's just kind of show y'all real quick. Let's just, because that's, like I said, it's flowing from here and whatnot with Aquarius, whatever, and then stops, right? And then it's like, oh, we're gonna have some more river now. I'm just gonna go here, past Cetus's, Capricornian feet, right? How Capricorn has, the sea, the fish's tail. And then you got Cetus the whale with some Capricorn feet. Look at that. What's going on there? Why does the fish have goat's feet? And why does the goat have fish's tail? But anyway. Yeah, so I'm stopping at that. What's going on with that river? I know, right? It was apropos for me to pick the yellow. I'm not saying, don't pee in the pool, guys. Anyway, let's pull that back. I guess let's use some blue, right? Let's use some blue. And we're pouring out the blue, and there's the river flowing to the fish there. And then it stops, and then it just seems to pick back up at Phoenix, and then the river just picks its flow back up, and it's flowing, and look, I'm flowing, I'm a river flowing, I'll be kicking my flow. Running through the 6 with my flow. You know how that should go. All right, let me see if can I use my magic wand on this? Will it allow me to, oh, look at that, guys, I can use the magic wand. Oh, holy snickety snaps. All righty, let's introduce the magic wand, guys, and then finish this, right? All right, we're gonna go back to screen sharing. Here's the magic wand, right? I know, right? This is what I mean. An unsharpened pencil on both ends, wrapped in aluminum foil, right? So I can do things like this. I know you guys like, what? That's a pencil wrapped in aluminum foil? There are so many tech companies that are about to be pissed about this, but it's okay, because this is going to be my version, and don't get mad when we start. Should I be quiet or should I keep going? I'm going to keep going. What do you guys say? Brother Benjamin, what do you say? Is this impromptu improv worthy?
Yeah, I mean, you're there. Well,
so yeah, I just took a pencil, unsharpened, and then I styled aluminum foil around it the way I want to, all right? So that I can be able to, maybe I don't want to use my finger right now. See, I just use my finger there. I don't want to use that. Right? I said I just bring this down a little, right? And let's just say, do this with the wand now. Hey, look, I pressed that with the wand. Looky. And now I can go, let's hold on. Oh, hold on. Let's use that. Let's use that one. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Okay, that's fun, right? Can I use that one? All right. Oh, y'all not letting me use that, huh? Oh, you not letting me use it? Oh, let's do it. I was trying to get that other one there. But I'll use this for right now.
Oh, I see.
Right, the writing utensil. But let's just say if I went here and did Brother, right? Benjamin. Hey, look, I got a pen for my tablet now. Looky. Astro Cookie. Brother Sean. Hey, look at that, Brother Corey. I'm writing you guys appellations. This is so fun. It's just a pencil wrapped in aluminum foil. And as long as I'm touching it, the electrical signal from Brother Hasan's hand is traveling the aluminum foil onto this here, right? Let's say astrology. Yay! We're writing with a pencil covered in aluminum foil on. Hey, so much for getting an Apple Pencil, I guess. Yay! Right? saved ourselves a couple 100 notes, 100 notes or so, right? Not knocking it though. Hey, you guys want to go and get one still. For me right now, I'm just going to keep this aluminum foil wrapped around this pencil. That's what I'm going to do there. Let's see. Can I do some erasing? Let me grab the eraser here. Hey, it made me let me select the eraser, and now I'm using. Oh, this is so funny. Oh, this is hilarious, guys. Looky, Astro Cookie. I am literally using a pencil wrapped in aluminum foil to get my iPad on. Sounds like science, right? All righty. Anywho, go ahead. I yield. What'd you say?
No, I was saying, when you show Jack that, he's like, for real?
Like, really? You can do that for real? Yes, we can do that. We can be scientific, right? Like, hold on. You telling me I can make everybody that your child is bugging you about a tablet? I'm telling you. And just try to put little thin pieces of tape or glue it under if you can, because that's what I'm going to do. But you need to make sure that there's a constant connection between the electricity flowing from you going through this conducting aluminum foil so that it'll transfer to any portion actually of this to your tablet, so you can do your whiteboarding, do your whiteboard or marking up. So when you're picking whiteboarding or marking up, boom. All I did was just took some aluminum foil. Matter of fact, that aluminum foil was from when I think I ordered some salad months ago, and I still had the aluminum foil wrapped from the what was that? The house dressing. It's not even my aluminum. This is aluminum foil from some restaurant that could have been thrown in the trash. Right? I said, you know what? Let me take this pencil. Oh, the tip. Let me crimp the tip, try to make it look like it's a little point or something to it. Let me try to make it look a little something. You know what I'm saying? That's a little something. And then when it got to the end, I was like, do I rip it? I'm just going to just do whatever. It almost looks like, no, we won't go there. But that's not what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of looks like a aluminum rose. All right, that's what we'll do there. All right. But anyhow, that's what I just used, guys, just now and then. So now I can use my pen tablet for my laptops, right? And I'll just wrap pencils in aluminum foil when I want to use a pen for, my tablet devices of some sort, right? So with that being said, how does that work, right? Does that seem cool? Wow, it really works on my laptop too. I just use my laptop. This is wow. Look, guys, I can't fucking make this up. This is fucking crazy, right? Just real quick, right? I can't make this up. Like, I'm showing you, like, this shit really works. Like, seriously, like. So I wanted to screen share right now. It looks like I can pick it. Can I? Oh my God. Yo. This is bananas, bro. I'm telling you guys, we really do study science around here. So don't think we're crazy. We're just really scientists around here. I'm trying to exit out of it now. Let me exit out of it. Interessante. It's funny. Let me see if it'll let me do. Oh, wow, I actually got a press. Yo, that's wild, yo. Okay, boy, we're being scientists around here. All right, anyway. So yeah, guys, I know, right? Brother Hasan, you could have just made a whole bunch of finances and stuff like that. I know. I still can, and at the same time, look, we just made it so that other people out there could probably, be creative and make some finances and feed themselves. Who knows? Because now, you probably, a lot of you guys probably won't even admit that you just learned that from us. All right. You learned it from Seven Hill Star. However, that's because Seven Hill Star went about going into their research and just being random stuff, about electronics and said, hey, look, I think I could make my own pen tab, especially if I had some copper wire. Don't let me get some copper wire and really do what I can do. I'm telling you, I will make something and y'all be like, yo, that's not a tablet. How did you do that? Like, it's not a stylus for a tablet. And I'm going to be like, yes, it is. And you can be able to still get the electrical signal out there or whatever. However, did we do good? Do we need to go back, or we've done enough right now? This is good, Brother Benjamin?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
This is fine. So we can come back next cycle, right, and continue where we left off. I think it was page 20, so I'll just show it right now, just as the market, just very briefly to show where we stopped off at, right? Page 20, all righty, within Veritas, all right? All right, so let's make sure we're here on page 20. Right? And Brother Sean was actually about to, he just finished reading about an altar as well as a square. All right. And soon, I think you would have gotten here. Oh, we did, because we talked about Alexander Jameson and, you know, the tables of stars in authentic astro-Masonic order. That's where we stopped at. So the work is extremely valuable as an authority. And we just showed you guys that. We went to show you that work, and Brother Sean and or Brother Benjamin next cycle will continue there, or myself. So we continue on page 20 of 175, all righty, for Veritas. All right, that's where we will continue at. The work is extremely valuable as an authority. Impromptu Improv was great today. I'd like to close out, Brother Benjamin, if you don't mind, how we started. We started out with the Moorish American invocation, termed the Moorish American prayer. All right, and I would like for us to close out the same. All right, I would like to close this Impromptu Improv meeting, so to speak, as the same. So I'm going to stand up. I'm going to face east, and that is symbolizing me going within. This east is within, and what I can do is, since we started that way, I can go here, do the screen share, and bring up the Divine Constitution and Bylaws one more again, so that everyone can read along at the bottom there and stand how Prophet Noble is standing. All appendages on the left hand extended, 5 on the left. Is the index and middle appendage on the right hand extended, 2 on the right. Standing as Prophet Noble Ali is standing there, repeating after me, either aloud or in your heart. All right, here we go. Islam, Islam, Islam. Allah, the Father of the universe. Allah, the Father of the universe. Father of love. Father of love. Truth. Peace. Freedom. And justice. And justice. Allah is my protector. Allah protector. My guide, and my salvation, by night, and by day, through his holy prophet, through Ali. Ameen. So motive people. Islam. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Guys, be yourselves. Be yourselves and donate, right? All righty. Any last comments, questions, and or suggestions from our beloved brothers in whom I'm well pleased to go on once? Going twice. I am about to call my brothers on the phone, or we can come back on the Zoom here if you like, doesn't matter. But I'm going to end this live now. All righty, and we can just log back in. I'm gonna end it and we can log back in. So I'm gonna say my namaste to you all. Namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam.